Okay, I'm here at the top of the vineyard, and here's where some of my trees that are a little bit more sensitive to cold are planted. So a lot of the colder air falls to the bottom of the vineyard. And here's a Longan tree. This is Carbola Longan. You see some nice growth is coming, as well as a lot of flowers. On one of my other videos, I showed this thing had just a ton of Longan fruit last year. And here's a struggling little Brewster Lychee air layer. It's been planted in the ground for 2 or 3 years now. I'm hoping, I took away its shade cloth this year and hope that it'll just, I don't know, maybe take off. I don't have a whole lot of hopes for it. I have a number of orange trees. Here's a little Mandarin, Satsuma Mandarin that I planted this year. And there's a gold nugget Mandarin as well. But for the most part, this is just a line of Valencia orange trees that I use for juicing and giving away. This is another Brewster Lichophylla, and this one is a lot happier. I painted its trunk white so it could protect against sunburn, and right now it's in full flower. You can see little insects all over it right now doing its pollination thing. I have a lot of this Tithonia out here, the Mexican sunflower that I use as chop and drop. This is a green Sapote, Puteria viridis, and this is pretty healthy. It's about 5.5 feet tall, maybe 3 or 4 years old now. And this is a sweet tart mango seedling. So this is a seedling that I put in the ground. I think this is about 3 years old now, and it's about 6 feet high, so it's pretty happy. Still hasn't flowered yet, but we're getting some nice new growth on all the panicles. So this has been a very vigorous tree. Here's more Tithonia. This is a Bailey's Marvel seedling that was planted the same time as the sweet tart, and it hasn't been quite as happy. I might end up pulling this out at some point and just replacing it with something with more vigor. Sometimes these seedlings, even if it's from a vigorous parent tree, they just don't take off. This is my white Sapote. You can see I've done a number of grafts on here. This is one of the more recent grafts. This is Younghan's Gold, I think. Yeah, Younghan's Gold. Here's another graft that didn't really take. But I've got a few things on here. This is Mary Lane graft with a fruit on it. Here's another Younghan's Gold that was grafted this year. And this branch right here is super sweet. So it's got really pretty dark foliage. And it's got one fruit on there. Super sweet, gave a ton of fruit last year, and it's super tasty. Almost had like a junior mince flavor to it. And this is a Redlands graft that I did. It's one of the higher branches, but yeah, I've got a number of grafts. Here's another Younghan's Gold, along with some fruit that's hanging, fruit of all different sizes. This thing is just such a productive tree, and probably one of my favorite fruits out here, just because it's got a nice custard flavor to it. Here's my Caracara Orange tree. This is also a very productive tree. You see a lot of little fruit growing on it. It almost fruits so much, I think it's probably stunted the growth on it. So it's only about 5 feet high, but maybe 6 years old now. And my lime tree, this always has limes on it. So if I never need lime, there's always some to pick here. All right. This is a Little avocado that struggles, but it probably put out 30 fruit this year. It's healthy enough. Lots of Valencia oranges right now. And this one is a Pickerine seedling. It's about the same age as that sweet tart. It's about 4 feet high. It's been pretty happy here. Still hasn't flowered yet. Looks like we have some ladybug larvae on these leaves, but it's starting to wake up from the winter now. More Tithonia. This one, these little flowers, I forget the name of these flowers, but they tend to take over wherever there's water. This was a Duncan seedling. It's about the same age as that sweet tart. Could probably thin out these flowers and add some mulch here, but it looks nice, so I'll leave it alone. And this is a Super Julie seedling. Again, about that same age. It's been healthy enough. It will take off at some point. I'm pretty confident this one will be all right. Cut through the oranges here, as this is my black sapote tree. And I'm doing a number of grafts on this right now. Here's one that took. You see the new growth coming out of the scion there. But this one always has lots of fruit. Unfortunately, the fruit over is kind of small. They get about golf ball size, maybe twice larger than this. So I'm grafting on a different variety, but this is a self-fruiting black sapote, and I just love the flavor of it. Probably about 5 feet high. It's a nice little dwarf stature. You see the gophers have been going to town down here, just making mounds everywhere, but it hasn't seemed to hurt the tree. All right. This is a coconut cream seedling. This one is only about 2 years old. Had a little bit of a hard time getting started. So it got a lot of snail damage last year, but it had some new growth coming straight out of winter, and I've got high hopes it'll take off this year. And this is a cotton candy seedling that I planted. It's not looking great. This one may have to go out, but I'll give it another year, see if it kick starts. Some of these are starting to flower now. And this is a lemon zest seedling. This is only about 2 years old, but it's been really healthy out here in full sun, so this one's definitely going to stay. And I'll probably take some cuttings off of this and graft it on my multi-graft tree. All right, this is a strawberry guava. This is the red Cataly guava. You see a lot of new flowers getting ready to burst for the summertime. And this is the Feijoa or pineapple guava. You see the flowers are already starting to kick out. More ladybug larvae and lots of flowers all over this. This always produces tons and tons of fruit. It's probably about a 8-year-old tree now. This is one of the newer plantings. This is a curly leaf or wavy leaf or fern leaf guava. Just love the look of this thing, so it deserves a spot out in the orchard just because of its look. I think the fruit are probably unspectacular, but I love guava, so it's got a home here. This is a about 7 foot tall pitanga or Eugenia uniflora, and it had a lot of flowers this year. You can see here some fruit that are starting to form. It's all over the tree. They're hard to see because they're all kind of green, but this thing's gonna have hundreds of, and this is a Lolita seedling. Really vigorous tree. I just let it do its thing. This is Acerola or Barbados Cherry, and it's starting to kickstart some flowers here. Also another very productive fruit. Everyone kind of knows this one's super high in vitamin C, but it really tastes like a vitamin C tablet, like those Flintstones vitamins. Yeah, very productive tree. Loquats. This is Big Jim Loquat, probably about 10 foot high now. It's got a lot of bird-pecked loquat left over on the tree. I have to share this one with the birds, but fortunately it produces enough fruit for both of us. So I'm very happy with that tree. This is a Manila Mango seedling. Again, probably 8 or 9 years old now. It's got a big, thick trunk on it, and I'm using this one as a multi-graft tree. Here I've got lemon zest grafted onto it. This is a sugarloaf seedling graft that's in full flower this year. So I'm hoping to try that fruit for the first time. This is Alfonso mango graft, this whole branch here. It's got a lot of little fruitlets on it. I really wish the Manila mango tastes, at least this Manila seedling mango tastes good, because it just produces so much fruit. I've already thinned a lot of it out. I'll probably take it all off because I just despise the flavor of it. There's also a Saigon graft in there somewhere. But I've got a few more things that I'm working on. Okay, this is a Grumichama or Eugenia Basilica. This one just started fruiting last year, and I think it's got some fruit on there as well right now. I spotted some on here earlier. But yeah, the fruit are decent. I wouldn't say spectacular. There's a little fruit that's forming. They're hard to find in here because they're the same color as the leaves, but this is out in full sun, seems to do well. This is a Carbola or starfruit. This is the flying tongue variety, an air layer. It's got a big thick trunk on it, and this thing's unkillable now. Just produced a lot of fruit, and now it's got some more flowers coming in. So this is a nice healthy tree. It always looks like shit coming out of the winter, but yeah, it kickstarts in spring and puts out even more fruit. These are all Hass avocados. I've got so many Hass avocados right now. If you're interested in picking some, send me an email or something. I'll let you out here and just pick some avocados. I got to clear these trees. Yeah, just a bumper crop of avocados this year, and I've been giving them away, eating them. You can see they're all over up there, but can't give rid of them all. It's too much work to pick them all myself. Unfortunately, it's going to affect the fruit set for next year, so I'll probably have a really crappy fruit set. So these are all big, over a decade old avocado orchard. I love having them here because they're just great to give away and good eating. This is a seedling cherry of the Rio Grande, no particular variety. I grafted on I think this is Garnet or Lolita, onto one branch here. I tried a bunch of other branches, but they all failed. This is a Sensation mango seedling. And this is another seedling, produces really fiberless fruit. Kind of just classic mango flavor, disease-free. This tree is also probably about 8 or 10 years old. Really thick trunk on it, but it stays dwarf. Hasn't grown more than 5 feet high. You can see the flowering is prolific, and the mangoes it holds will also be prolific. And the tropic pink guava. You can see there's a bunch of old guavas up here that I wasn't able to collect during the season because this just produces probably 1,000 guava on it. Awesome tree though, probably one of my favorite guavas. Okay, so that's kind of what's at the top of the orchard. A lot of citrus and avocados, still lots of fruit hanging right now. It's towards the end of the season, so they need to be picked. So let me know if you want to come pick some.